Hello, I'm Elaine Kuzmeskas. I'm a professional astrologer. Many times people will say, what is a professional astrologer? A professional astrologer is someone who studied astrology and has been certified by one of the many certification organizations. In my case, I was certified as a professional astrologer by the American Federation of Astrologers in 1976. So I've been doing the work for 35 years. And after I did it for about 25 and had many, many students, I decided to write a book. So I'm author of Soul Cycles, which is a 500-page book on astrology. It's really for the people who are interested in the basics of astrology. And one of my favorite things in astrology that I'm asked to do many times is, of course, the United States chart. Now, I believe astrology is a very valuable tool. For example, astrology can tell you quite a bit about your personality, your character, and also help you in life's journey. Many times as we go through life, we have stop signs, we panic, but we also have the superhighways of opportunities, those beautiful Jupiter trines. And knowing this in advance can be very helpful. Now, not too many people realize this, but originally astrology was mundane astrology. It was used to predict the destiny of countries. And only the very wealthy could afford to have their charts done because it took a great deal of calculations. Of course, now with computers, everybody can have a chart done fairly inexpensively. And we still use astrology to predict the destiny of countries. For example, our own country, the United States of America, was born in the wee hours of July 4th, 1776, when the very last delegate at Carpenter's Hall in Pennsylvania signed the Declaration of Independence. And you know, I don't think people realize what a wonderful opportunity this was, not only for us as citizens of the United States, but for the whole world, because the United States does stand for freedom. Manly Hall, in his book, talks about how important this moment was in history. These gentlemen were rebels. They were faced with the death penalty for high treason. Courageous men who debated long and hard before they picked up the quill pen to sign the parchment that declared independence from the colonies from their mother country. For many hours they debated in the State House at Philadelphia with the lower chamber doors locked tight and a guard posted, when suddenly a voice rang out from the balcony. A burst of eloquence to the keynote. God has given America to be free. And with that, the delegates rushed forward to sign the Declaration of Independence. How that gentleman got there with the locked doors, we don't know, but it certainly brought a wonderful burst of energy to the United States, and that was the beginning of our chart. Now, we are a Cancer nation, so we're very concerned with our citizens. We are very protective of the whole world, as Cancer people are. And we are blessed because with Gemini rising, our Sun, Jupiter, and Venus, the three lucky planets are in the second house of wealth, as well as our moon in Aquarius, which represents we are a country of the people, by the people, and for the people, a democracy.
Now we'll go upstairs.
Okay. Now that we have the chart of the United States up, let's examine the houses in terms of the destiny of the United States. Certainly with Uranus conjunct the ascendant, we are a country born of revolution. And with Gemini rising, we do love to travel. If you notice, the United States, we are known for our highways and our travel throughout the country. We also have Mars there, so we are opinionated. And in Europe, people are always saying, crazy Americans. That's the Uranus in the first house. In the second house, we have the house of wealth, Venus, which sweetens, Jupiter, which expands, and the sun, which brightens. So we are certainly a wealthy country. And it really is our destiny to feed the world with all our advanced technologies as well as our vast lands. The third house, we have Mercury in Cancer. And now we have a little bit of a dichotomy because our Mercury in Cancer is the way we think, which is very parochial, and it's opposite Pluto in Capricorn. And this shows we are a country that very much divides church and state. Pluto in Capricorn in the ninth house is the church, and the state would be, of course, Mercury in the third house. And this is how our Constitution is set up, and this is why we became a country in the first place. We have our lucky north node at 6 Leo. It very seldom has affliction, but on September 11th, 2001, the planet Neptune went over our south node, and we certainly had a very difficult time of it, because first time we've ever been attacked on our own soil. We have the fourth house is definitely very important. Here we have Leo there. We have a lot of pride in our land. Virgo rules our fifth house, and where we have Neptune, we have great idealism toward our children. But our children are also very rebellious with Neptune squaring Mars. Saturn is also in the fifth house, and we spend a great deal on education, which is important to our country. Libra rules the sixth house, which is also the armed forces in a mundane chart, and we are very much prepared for any type of event. With Gemini rising, we have Sagittarius in the seventh house, and this is the house of open enemies. And how can we be an enemy with the wonderful planet of Sagittarius here? We tend to make friends out of our enemies, and we tend to help people, such as we did with the Marshall Plan after World War II. We have on the eighth house cusp Capricorn. We do keep top secret in terms of our finances, and of course we have Pluto in Capricorn on the ninth. We take our morals and our ethics very seriously. And the top of the chart, we have Aquarius. Again, we are a country of the people, by the people, and for the people, and hence we are a true democracy. We find that Pisces rules the 11th house. We are very good to our friends. And with Aries on the 12th, this sometimes can be a source of our undoing because we can be a bit rash in terms of public policy. I hope you'd enjoyed this mini analysis of the chart of the United States of America. And if you're interested in what's coming up in the year 2011, please go to our website, myasc.org, and you'll find an article what the ASC astrologers predict for the year 2011. It includes our board's predictions. Agneta Bornstein, Janet Booth, and Alfie Lavoie, and myself, Elaine Kuzmeskas, all give our take on the year ahead.